Rolling. Don't you want to freaking know about the Bluemorphic filter? A week ago, PolarPro sent out an email blast that said, we made a Bluemorphic filter and a Mist filter, and we only made like 100 of them, so act now or forever hold your peace. That is a lot of dog hair. I don't know if they actually made 100 units or not. I don't know if that was just clickbait, but either way, they got me. I'm currently using both of them, thus the little, sort of streaky, glowy stuff going on back here. If you're new to the channel, sorry I just didn't post for like an entire year. What's up? How long do we have on this card? Hi, my name's Corey. I'm a DP and cinematographer out of the Oklahoma City area. I'm the owner of Wooly Studio. We make stuff. We make videos. 57, okay. Yeah, I know. Since the last time we talked, I was shooting everything on like Fuji DSLRs, and then I bought an Arri Alexa Classic, and then I bought an Arri Alexa Mini and some Cook lenses, and life has been insane, and I'm working on features and traveling all over the country. I shot with the president. Anyway, that's why I didn't make a YouTube video. So on PolarPro's website, they tout that these filters are supposed to be cinema-like, and I think that that would actually be a pretty decent description of what the filters do. Maybe it lends itself to an anamorphic style, but I wouldn't say that it's actually like a true anamorphic filter, because only anamorphic can give you really the look of an anamorphic lens with like the crazy breathing and the Helios type swirly edges, and they're just like, they're so beautiful in a way that I don't really think that a filter can actually emulate ever. There's just like, it is such an intense streak of light that goes all the way across the image. It's just like, I don't know, it's very, and then that, I don't like that at all. You can see the actual streaks on the filter if it hits weird. As far as like what's on the market right now, this one's probably the closest to like a true anamorphic look. I think the gold morphic would be like a little strange. That's just my opinion. The way that you use it would just be different. And I'm gonna keep it, I'm not gonna return it. I really do like it, I think it's cool. I was really hoping that you could use it more in low light scenarios. I think that where it's going to shine though is in actually like fairly perfectly lit environments, or like overcast environments, or any environment where ironically there's not actually a really perfect light source for you to shoot into to get that flare. And what that does is when there is a light source, like right here, it just creates that sort of beautiful like blue edge on stuff. And that to me feels very anamorphic if you add the Mist filter with it, where it just blooms the highlights like just a little bit. I don't even know if this is possible, but I kind of wish that instead of just perfectly straight vertical lines up and down the center of the filter, that they had done some sort of like, almost like it was skinny and then it bloomed out towards the middle and then it got skinny again, something like that. I feel like that would render a little bit more of a true anamorphic look, where it blooms in the middle and then it tapers off on the edges, instead of like that. Like that right there, that little like, that spot just feels weird to me. And then the lines obviously are like a weird deal. Some of you are probably familiar with the like fishing line trick, where you can actually stick just one tiny piece of fishing line on the back of your lens and stick it vertically, and it sort of emulates the exact same thing that an anamorphic lens would do. The problem with that is that if you've got a lens that is a little bit more spherical on either the front element, or particularly the back element, it's sort of like, it looks really convincing right in the center where it blooms, but then when it reaches the edges, it kind of like splays out a little bit. We did a music video like a week and a half ago and did that fishing line effect against my better judgment. And it actually turned out like pretty cool looking, but for those that have actually used anamorphic lenses, you could look at it for about a second and a half and be like, yeah, that's not a real anamorphic lens. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you know what a matte box is, you know why you need a matte box, and the secret is that it just looks cool on set. It doesn't actually do anything. That's not true, but it's kind of true. Right now, the image that you're looking at is with a Bluemorphic and the Mist filter. So you've got like some of the streaks from the Bluemorphic, and then you've actually got some of those blooms and the highlights. It does give the entire image a bit of a blue tinge, which was kind of weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's the Bluemorphic. I'm gonna take both of the filters off now so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, with bloom, boom, 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 boom. So let's say you were doing something for Instagram, you need to flip the camera sideways but still get your horizontal anamorphic flares. You can actually adjust which direction the flare is gonna go, because the first stage of the matte box actually rotates, which is pretty sweet. I think that this being an actual pro grade option for cinema lenses at the price point that it's at is actually incredible. Like you're gonna spend way more money on some of the other matte boxes, and the filters themselves are just wildly expensive. If a company knows that you've got a matte box that accepts a 4x5.6 filter, they're gonna charge you an insane amount of money because they know that you're shooting on actual cinema quality cameras and you have a cinema quality matte box to go with it and a price tag to match that. So I really appreciate what PolarPro has done with this product. Huge fan of it. Overall, really, really cool system. Fairly expensive system for the prosumer market. Pretty inexpensive system for an actual like cinema feature film market if your production company will let you get away with using something that isn't Panavision or something like that. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on the bell notification so that I can make loads of money and hopefully buy a production van one of these days. Thanks, bye.